This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to
Sexy.
We'll Run For. This is your host, Tom, and with me as always are Erin,
Hello.
Michael,
Hello.
and Diana.
Hi.
Oh,
Sexy.
that was a yawn.
Yeah, that was. But before she yawned, she also let out a little burpy burp, and I thought it was sexy.
There's just a lot of stuff coming out of me.
Everyone's gassy right now.
Just
Tis the season.
Is it all
gassy
the
and
running?
tired.
Oh boy,
How are you?
I am tired. I don't know. I'm depressed. It's dark at like 5 o'clock in the evening now.
It's
I
the
don't
worst.
It's like really bad.
Who likes this? Like,
I don't know.
No one.
it's
No.
not
but
worth
wait,
it
the
for
leaves
one
were
weekend.
colorful for a weekend.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
there you go.
They
there
were.
you go. Yeah, it was colorful
very
for
nice.
a weekend. Now we're in misery for
I-
6 months.
I told a few people that if they would like to hear a sad Michael, just listen to this podcast this week because guaranteed at some point they will talk about the misery of
No.
life.
I'm actually angry that they didn't fix the time change nonsense, and then we have
Yeah.
to wait until next year.
I'm
What
like-
kind of complete failure is
Well,
that?
first of all, we don't know that it's happening because it only passed through like one, the house, and not actually through the rest.
Nobody
of it.
does it. There's like 5 people who don't want it. Just do it.
Agreed.
He's getting
Like, what
so
are we
angry.
doing?
Agreed. It's
So
the worst. I
angry.
don't understand. And
I'm
then
sorry I took
everyone's
us
like,
down this path.
everyone's like, I love fall, and then it's just cold and rainy and miserable.
Yeah.
Like, who wants this?
I don't know. I'm sorry I took us down this path, listeners. I didn't mean to take us down the misery. And I keep saying to him, it's like literally not even, well, at the time I said it to him, I was like, it's not even mid-November yet, and you are already angry. Like, what is
Yes.
going to happen in like
Well, here's why I'm angry. Like,
January, February?
time is made up. It's all made up. Like, here's something you learn as an adult. Everything is made up. It's not
Yeah.
real. It's all just made up. So
Yeah.
just change it to make it better.
It's like where someone's like, that's not a real word. That's made up. It's like all words are made up.
They're all made up.
They're all
Everything's made up. It's all made up.
I hope you don't edit out that snort.
It was but it was so funny. Like I had like a nail appointment last night at like 4:30, and by the time I came out of it was pitch black outside at 5:30. And I was like, I guess it's time to go home and go to bed. Like, why?
Yeah.
Well, I forget what day it was that I looked at him and I was like, do you know what time it is? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, I thought it was like 9 o'clock. He's like 8 o'clock. I was like, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I hate it.
Oh,
I
God.
hate
All
it.
right.
Did you know
Other
that-
than that, I am great. How are you, Tom?
Did you know that the history of daylight savings time is a long one? Many people think that Benjamin Franklin proposed it, but that's not exactly true. In 1784, Franklin was living in Paris, and he printed an essay stating that people should use sunshine instead of candles by waking up at dawn instead of waiting for the clock. His contribution was limited to changing sleep hours to conserve fuel, but he did not suggest changing the time.
Interesting.
Also, format change. We're considering changing the format of this podcast to strictly Benjamin Franklin related.
Just
content.
Benjamin Franklin. Is it just about like beer and prostitutes?
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
that was
pretty
kind of his
much.
Hey.
MO, right?
His thing.
That's his jam.
It's his thing.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
I don't know, Aaron. We're all tired. Everyone's tired.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, because it's dark all the time.
Well, it's dark all the time, and we're
Well, you
into the
guys
real-
are dopey
Oh, yeah,
training,
you guys
like
are into it.
hardcore at
Yeah.
this
Dopey
point.
training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are.
8
in
miles
it.
on weekdays, 9 miles on weekdays.
Although Diana is definitely out of a lot of the people that I know are training, and they're doing really well. Between the two of us, she's the most committed to training.
Yeah.
She's running fast. Like, I'm sitting right next here
Mhm.
to Sonic the Hedgehog, and she's icing up her legs.
I'm only fast when I'm on the treadmill.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Because when I'm outside running by myself, I'm running like your pace.
Thanks. So
let's save it for the training updates.
God.
I know. I was kind of like trying to
that's fine. I've
hint to
already
Tom that
gone off the rails.
that we were
off the rails.
Okay, we have an inflatable Olaf on our porch, and it just moved, and I thought a person was out there, and it scared the shit out of me. I'm so sorry. It
God.
scared me so bad.
Oh my gosh.
I looked like I was in a panic.
So Erin,
Oh my God.
let's rein it in. Do we have
back on the rails.
any housekeeping?
I mean, I feel like it'll be too late to announce where we'll be
Post-Philly.
on the Philly Marathon course. So hopefully you saw it on social media, and we saw you this weekend, and we were able to get you all the things that you needed and cheered well for you. I mean, we have the meetup on Marathon Weekend still scheduled. That was Friday in Disney Springs at 1 p.m. I will be posting a graphic in this next week or so with the little spot that we're going to be at. We started a Facebook invite on the group page. So if you want to check out the information there, feel free. Also join the Facebook group because I don't know, it's there and we're there and it's fun. Guys, post stuff too. Like, Tom and I mean, we've gotten some people posting, but post your runs. Let us cheer you
Anything,
on.
yeah.
When you get a medal, let us see your medals. Yeah.
I get in there once
I
in a
guess
while.
I could do that. I got a medal this weekend. Didn't post
Don't
post
do
anything about it.
I mean, we did do a poll on whether or not I should post Michael's toes the last week.
And it wasn't really that bad anyway.
He went ahead and
It was
posted.
not
A
great.
couple people said it was not as bad, but
Yeah.
I also feel like the picture you posted did not do justice to the whole foot.
That's
Also,
fair. Yeah.
here's the thing, and this is to those Meta employees out there. I have several bones to pick with you. One of them being, you put that photo in the comments, and yet, Archie, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You
said
put
that to
that
him.
in the comments, and then it immediately showed up in the feed. Like,
I agree. I agree because it shows whatever the most popular comment is. And so as I'm scrolling multiple times for multiple days, I kept seeing
it's
the
like,
goddamn toe
we'll
again.
hide this in the comments, and then like it's there anyway.
It's not hidden.
Oh,
It's not a
God.
hidden comment. Agreed. So if you would like to post other things outside of Michael's toes, feel free.
Yeah, we would love to see questions, even though we're definitely not qualified to answer them. But we would love to see your accomplishments, any races that you've run, that kind of stuff.
Oh, also, so I have a plan. We're taking off Christmas week. Everybody, just to let you know. If you would like a listener-generated show, please send in. I will put it together. Send us your holiday traditions or running traditions or whatever.
Oh yeah, you know what we could do that we
And
did
I'll put that
last.
together.
What we did last year, we did a voice memo
Yes,
episode
that's
where
what I
we
wanna
did.
do. Yeah, did we do
the-
that?
Yeah, we did
Oh,
that
there
with
you go.
the. Everyone
Great
always talks
idea.
about it. That was last year. We did the Finish Line Feels as our year-end episode.
I
and
remember
everyone
Finish Line
loved
Feels. I
that.
do not remember voice memos.
either.
Yeah, it was all voice memos. There was like 20 of them. It was great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my
This
God.
year, I
You
tell you.
people.
It feels like 3 years ago, to be honest.
And we get a ton of feedback regularly on how that was people's favorite episode.
Awesome.
So, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. You heard it here. We'll post at some point later in the month.
Well, here, I'll tell you what we'll do. Either you can do a multitude of things. You can tell us your holiday stuff. You can give us a little rundown of your favorite things of the year that you've done, runs or whatever, or races, or your accomplishments that you were excited that you
Your
got
favorite
done.
goal getter of the year.
Yeah, your favorite goals that you accomplished, whatever. And if you want to tell us what you want to accomplish next year.
Yeah, so send us your voice memos at We'll Run For
Podcast.
We'll Run For Podcast
no.
at gmail.com.
You guys never get this email right. What is happening?
Have we ever said what do we first off, we have an email.
Oh my God. You guys are the worst. Yes. We'll Run For Podcast at gmail.com. That's where we collected them all
You're gonna have
last
to
year.
give me the password to that again.
Just use your phone and the voice memo app
Yes.
and then click share. and send it via email
Yes.
to willrunforpodcast@gmail.com.
This will be the holiday season episode. So whether you're
Yeah.
celebrating solstice, Christmas, whichever.
Yeah, it's part of our
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever.
our housekeeping.
Yeah.
Just
Tell us who your
New
favorite
Year's.
host is and why it's Tom.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
if you didn't hear any of what we just said, because you're paying attention to driving, we will post all of this on our social medias.
Facebook and Instagram.
It's true. So, yes. So next week we'll drop, this episode. Then I think Michael just said that he's going to pick up a voice recorder thing that we're going to play with at Philly Marathon. So we'll do some sights and sounds maybe, and with a quick recap of Philly. And then we're going to take some time off. We're going to take most of December off through marathon weekend. We have bunch of runner studios we're going to do. We are going to pre-record a Dopey episode, a Dopey preview episode. So you guys can hear, I know that Rise and Run will probably do a really great one as well.
Yeah.
So feel free to just head over to them.
If you want
skip ours.
actual
Here's
information,
the thing.
Really good
it will be
information.
far superior to our
If
content.
you want actual content, go listen to Rise and Run. If you want to hear us spiraling, listen to this.
if you want information and like times of things and things like that,
We're not trying to be self-deprecating, guys. We know who we are. It's
they're
fine.
better at that.
We're fine with who
We own
we
it.
are.
Yeah.
But no, for real, we will do a Dopey preview episode, fill in a lot of it with Runner Studios. Michael put together a little thing that he just came up with where you guys send in some voice memos, and we'll drop that into our feed as well. But December's hard. We have like Christmas parties. I have company Christmas parties. We have all kinds of stuff happening. Diana and Tom are on vacation.
And
It's
running
just-
6,000 miles.
Yeah, we
It's
just have a
awful.
lot going on. So we just decided this December we're going to take some time off and enjoy marathon week and marathon weekend. And we'll be back after marathon weekend.
And if we actually record it slightly earlier, we may not be in as much of a panic as we will be when the actual episode's released.
Yes.
Oh,
Like,
maybe we should wait to record it
that
so we
is
can hear
when-
Tom and Diana.
When it starts getting
That's
real.
when we'll be
Yeah.
spiraling. Like it's going to be.
Guys, I feel like maybe we should wait.
We were, what was it, yesterday? Both of us were so cranky.
Yes.
we were
Yes, we
so
were.
cranky. For like no reason. Both of us were like, everything's stupid.
Well, have you paid attention? Everything is stupid. Anyhow.
All right. I think that's all the cleanup. We'll put all this onto our socials. We'll put all of it onto the group
Yes.
page. Come follow us and yeah. Tom, put us back into the episode mode.
Michael,
Yeah.
do we have any 5-star reviews?
Yes, we do have 2. What's that called? Apple Podcasts? Yeah.
Yes.
That's what that's called.
On one of them was, right?
Yes,
One's
A Green
Apple,
Life
yeah.
on Apple Podcasts. I found this podcast about a year ago with Maria's interview and has become my new Never Miss a Monday tradition. Each time I listen, it's like we were all kicking back and chatting about gross feet, running goals, recapping races, and Mickey waffles with friends. Thank you for bringing motivation and joy each week to the running community, and can't wait to meet you all in January.
Yay! Can't wait to meet you.
And then
I sang her a song.
Oh, did you get
Yes,
the song?
you did.
Okay. What song
Which
was
song?
hers?
Which one was hers? Oh, it was Powerline. It was Eye to Eye.
Oh, nice.
And I recorded it at like 5 a.m. in the pitch black on a trail. And I did like
Did anyone see you?
some people came upon me.
And you were like,
It was embarrassing. But it took 7 tries to do the first verse and chorus.
Oh, well, and here's the thing. Like, Tom didn't watch that movie growing up. He had never seen it until I showed it to him
That's true.
a couple years ago.
That's true.
So it's not like it's ingrained in his brain
Yeah,
like it is
makes
some
sense,
of us. Yeah.
Also, we had Looks Like Walking, who is on TikTok, I believe, because every time I open up the Will Run For TikTok, it's Looks Like Walking.
Look,
Is on
The
my
Will
For
Run
You
For
page.
TikTok doesn't even show up on my FYP. Like, it doesn't.
No? Well, it's not hitting that algorithm right. I need more
Yeah, you have to do some
weird
like
stuff
engage
to
with
get
it or
the-
something.
Yeah.
So she says, great podcast, very relatable. Love you guys.
Yay.
And she got a song where Tom had to like some lyrics I heard.
She got How Far I'll Go
Yes.
from the smash hit Moana. So yeah, if you
Nice.
leave a 5-star review, first of all, we're gonna love it and we appreciate you.
And now Tom's gonna sing to you.
And if you request a song, I'll sing. And trust me, the songs aren't great. The voice isn't great. The lyrics aren't
I
great.
love it.
But that's what you get.
This is
We
what
joined you.
happens. I was gonna say this is what happens when you run with Tom too, and it's a lot of fun. So maybe at marathon weekend we'll get Tom
You
to
think
sing
there'll be
to
any
everyone.
singing during the marathon?
I think so. I think so.
Or is it going to be really intense and dark?
I don't know. I'm sad
know.
because
I don't know.
I signed up to be his ride or die, and now I am not riding or dying. Well, I might be dying, but I'm not riding.
You can
Yeah,
race
now it's got to
fast.
be me, and
Well, you'll have ample
I
time.
am not the right person.
You'll have ample time to get a wheelchair to the finish line.
You could push me. You could push me.
I
That's
could
true.
push you.
Yeah.
Would you push me? You could push me.
But the point is that I
Anyhow.
can't be on my feet for that long.
I know that's fine. Look, Bob from the Far Superior Rise and Run just completed a half marathon in a boot.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
Pushing
know
a
all
chair,
these
yeah.
people in their boots. I applaud you all because I hated that boot so much.
Speaking of, what are we running for? I'll go first.
Yeah.
So as of this recording, this weekend we are driving up to Philly. And we're doing the
Yay!
Philadelphia half marathon. Me and Diana are doing it with our friends Nikki, Nicole, Scott, and Ryan, and we're doing the Patriot Challenge, which is the half marathon, and then there's like a half an hour break, and then the 8K.
And fun fact, Ryan still has shin splints, and I don't know if he's going to
Oh.
run or not.
Oh God,
Oh.
that's rough.
So
Is
I
he
mean,
sure
it-
there's shin splints at this point?
Yeah.
we have 18 on the training plan, so that worked out perfectly.
There you go. Sounds fun.
And then Sunday we're gonna cheer for the full with you guys.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to be out there cheering with our brand new Well Run For sign.
Oh yes, I had a sign made. So it's like on a poster foam board with our logo. It's a square logo. I couldn't find any place that makes round logos. Apparently,
I'm going to look
It's
for
fine.
one for marathon weekend for you that's flexible.
And what
And light.
I'm going to do is I'm going to write the word podcast on a sign and hold it up behind you so people know we're an actual podcast.
That's true. It's just our logo. It doesn't say
just
what
says
it
We'll
is.
Run For.
yeah. But it's like the people
It's so
who-
people can find us.
are the people
Yeah.
who can find us. And
Yeah.
like if when I bring it for marathon weekend, I felt like people are more likely to know what that is because they're
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
with the
yeah.
run community. So that's what I'm going to carry. I did think about that. I thought about whether or not I should add like on the bottom podcast, but then I don't know. I also didn't have a lot of time.
Don't
and
mess with
I needed to
perfection.
get it.
The logo
I
is
need-
great.
I needed to get it done like super fast. So this is what we got,
It'll work.
guys.
It'll work. Yeah.
But,
So anyway-
but
Great.
those,
Thanks.
but those are the people who, well, no one's going to hear this before. But for those of the people in the Philadelphia Marathon course that know of Will Run For a podcast, they'll know who we are.
Yeah, let us know if it worked. So I'm running for brotherly love. That's what I'm
Nice.
running for.
Ooh, Diana's running for something. I had my first one of the season this weekend.
Oh, yes. I am running for peppermint mochas. Don't come at me. I know they're available all year long, but I don't get them all year long. I
Are
don't know why
you-
anyone would want peppermint and
Are
chocolate
you getting
any other
10
time.
10 shots of mocha in there?
10 shots of mocha. So I've had a couple this year. And tomorrow, not that this helps anybody, but they finally announced tomorrow is Red Cup Day.
Ooh, Red Cup
So-
Day.
I'm going
Oh.
and I'm going to get my red cup after I do my 9 miles in the morning. Is
Nice.
There you go.
my plan. For those of you guys who don't know, Red Cup Days, you get a free reusable cup if you order a holiday drink. And I
there you
used
go.
my one from last year today while I was drinking my
We
coffee.
definitely need more cups.
I feel like we need several more cups.
Did you see the mug I got her?
Did you see the mug Tom got me?
I did. Well, you sent it directly to me for some reason.
I forgot I ordered that.
And he laughed so hard when he took it out of the box and then handed it to me and then laughed for another 15 minutes. What's it say? Just an old hoe carrying on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
So yeah, I'm running for peppermint mocha and just assorted holiday treats.
Nice.
Well,
I'm
there you
literally
go.
wearing a Christmas sweatshirt right now. It's on.
Do you?
Well, I am running for my love of fall. No. Weirdly, I'm running for my newfound love of our treadmill.
Yay!
Okay.
I think I've only because I'm doing this whole elevation thing, and our treadmill, has the 40% grade thing going on with it. So it's been really nice, and I ran halfway up Mount Washington today, so that's nice. And it's I don't know. I've been kind of okay with it. Not for long periods. I can do it for the weekday, like shorter runs. I can't really. I don't know if I could do it for anything substantial.
You did a few you do a couple in a row, and you still end up with almost 5 to 6 miles, which is
No, I never get that far.
I thought that you had like a 2. And
I think I did like 4 miles with like 3,000 feet climbing or something. So.
I can't believe how intense the incline is on your treadmill.
Yeah, yesterday, or was it today that you posted? Was it today or yesterday?
Oh, yesterday
you posted
was at 35%.
37.5.
It's unbelievable. I went into our fitness center the other day and someone got off the treadmill with an incline and just left it up at the incline.
I hate it.
Like, why would someone do that?
It
like,
doesn't go automatically down?
Of it?
Yeah.
No, like I walked in, the thing is sticking up. I'm like, this is chaotic. What is happening?
Oh boy. Let's see what he's done. 4,800 feet of elevation in the last 3 days.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we used to do that all the time. That's dumb.
Outside,
I remember.
It was nicer outside.
So dumb.
Erin, I feel like because I married you, I also have to play the role of like counselor. And Michael is clearly working on that booty for you.
Ooh.
So, like, just
does that mean I have to appreciate that booty bit more?
Appreciate your partner.
Okay.
That's all I'm talking about.
I'm just saying that's a lot of elevation on a treadmill.
Here's the thing. It is.
I'm running for the chicken pot pie I ate last night and tonight.
Ooh.
From a little farm on Long Island where we went to a wedding this weekend. And
also known as Strong Island.
You wouldn't think of Long Island as having like these cute little farms or like, but there's apparently a bunch of them. And we went to one called Kerber's Farm.
Cute.
And it was adorable. It had like goats and pigs, and I posted them on my personal Instagram, and they were adorable. It had a bunny, it had chickens. They had the most delicious breakfast sandwich I've had, I think, maybe in my entire life. It was like the kind of sandwich where when I was like taking the last 2 bites, you're just staring at it like I almost don't want to eat this last bite because I want this sandwich to last forever. It was so good. It was on this cheddar biscuit. Oh, God. So good. Anyway, that's not my something good, but that was something good. We got some baked goods from there, and we got a chicken pot pie that was just delightful. It had like this perfectly like flaky pastry crust. So much butter. You could tell how much butter this pie had in it.
Oh my God, probably so much.
So good. The filling was just the perfect amount of chicken with potato and I don't know, the sauce that was inside. It was just so good.
Sounds amazing.
So if you're ever out in Long Island, go out and check out Kerber's Farm.
Would you say that if someone goes to Long Island and wants to check out a farm, that going to Kerber's Farm is a good goal of theirs?
What? It should be your goal. You should make it You should
Uh,
absolutely
Make that a
make that
goal.
your goal,
Yeah,
because
I agree.
then you'd be a goal getter.
And now, it's time for our Will Run 4 Goal Getters. Congrats on making your goals, you getters. Oh, who runs this shit?
Tim says he's completed his first swim run at Odyssey Swim Run Austin Pace Bend. Wow.
Ooh.
That was a mouthful. The race consists of 4 runs, 1.5, 1, 3.5, 3.75, and 3 open water swims, 900, 950, and 1,000 yards. There aren't transitions. You run in your wetsuit with your gear and swim with your shoes on. What?
It's
Oh my
ridiculous.
god.
I did I mention that you are tethered to a teammate? Oh, and my teammate was a stranger I met via the internet.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's even more fun than it sounds.
Wow.
I feel like we need pictures of that. I'm not sure that I saw them on your social. I'm gonna need to see what that looked like. I also finally hired a nutrition coach. The pandemic has done a number on me packing on the pounds.
Amen.
Amen.
God.
Right? For real. While I don't care about the numbers specifically, it'd be great to have my clothes fit better and help gain some speed by shedding some weight. My goal is to drop 40 to 50 over the coming 6 months.
Wow. Get at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel that in my soul.
I have
But
so
then
many
I-
questions about that swimming event.
Yeah.
Like, do they must match you with somebody that matches your pace pretty well.
Well, it says I met my teammate via as a stranger I met on the internet. So, like, did they already are they like us, where we are strangers on the internet,
I don't know.
or like, I don't know. Questions, Tim. We need answers. Beach Runner 78, our friend Megan says the current goal is to run Space Coast Marathon with Nikki, and she still likes me when we finish.
She will.
It's impossible not to.
Yes, Nikki said in response, stop. I will still like you when you're done. The question should be the other way around. Are you still going to like me after? She also said that her goal was to run with Nikki and still be able to function and walk after, if I remember correctly, because I don't see that copied here. But Mal runs Disney, not necessarily a goal, but being a mom, working, having a husband that is traveling a lot for work, plus hunting season. I'm proud to say I haven't had a breakdown or completely lost my poop yet. My poop emoji yet. And I've kept up with dopey training, especially those long back-to-back runs. Add in the run coaching certification class and studying for the test. I'm feeling good about myself and where life is going right now.
That's awesome.
Did she
Right?
just post a picture where she was running in the snow? Did you see that or something?
Yep.
That's dedication.
Yep. She, I think, had plans to meet somebody and didn't want to bail. So she met them. They ran outside in the snow and the cold. And then she ran some more, like the last of her miles on the treadmill.
Also, she had posted a picture of these Run Disney stickers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? There's like they're like the Mickey ears, and they have all of like the 13.1 and all of the Disney sayings.
Yeah.
She sent me a couple stickers and a magnet, and a really
I
nice
think
note
I
to me
have
and
a
Diana.
magnet. Oh, that's nice.
It was really nice.
C. Larson 93. Longtime listener, first time goal poster. My
Ooh.
other handle is Wendy's husband.
Nice.
I knew that sounded familiar.
My near-term goal is rock and roll San Antonio half marathon. I'm looking to find the right balance between using this as a true tune-up race and enjoying the shenanigans of a rock and roll race. Wendy and C, I'm not sure what the C stands for, but I will be in San Antonio that weekend of San Antonio Rock and Roll. I will be
Ooh.
cheering the half marathon, so message me. Maybe I can meet up with you.
Nice.
And thank you for writing in, by the way.
Yes. We love your other handle, Wendy's husband, but Oh, actually, she didn't write in here at all. Speaking of Wendy, she won the New York City Marathon.
Of
I
course
know.
she did. I saw
I know.
that.
That's amazing.
Not to take away from you, C. Larson. I'm just saying. Angie says, I've stuck to the cross training on my dopey plan. Ask me how my midweek runs are going. Or don't ask me. Sorry. Don't ask me how my we won't ask you. It's going as well as me saying your goal.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't ask Tom either.
Why? Don't throw shade. She's throwing shade.
Jessica Garan, time to kick up the stretching and mobility and hydration for the next few weeks till Dopey. Not be tempted to sign up for any other races till after Dopey and to avoid getting re-injured. And last week, I put in my resignation at my toxic job, and I'll be
Hell
going
yeah.
back to
There you go.
school.
That's a
Hell
good
yeah.
one.
Good
yeah.
for you.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Jennifer Cook says, my goal is to stop making new nutrition goals, thinking that I will be able to meet that one just because it's new. When in reality, it isn't new. It's just different. Really, all I have to do is take one day meal snack at a time and stop overthinking the whole darn thing.
True.
Amen.
Yeah.
God.
Also, a little bone to pick with Jennifer Cook because
Oh, God.
was it her? No, it was Jennifer Fink. One of the Jennifers with a one-syllable last name that ends in K threw shade at me about the best running friends running in like the ice cold up there.
Oh, well, it had to be Jennifer Cook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Jennifer Cook on our she sent a message to you. And then I agreed with her.
Sorry, Jennifer Fink.
Jennifer Fink is nothing but delightful. She sends me messages about Christmas things all year long.
Well, she's an angel. Jennifer Cook. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna run in the really cold and dark. So,
And isn't Jennifer Fink in like the Midwest? She's in, like,
she's
Oklahoma.
in
Oklahoma.
right?
Yeah.
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 New England, Oklahoma is close.
Same.
tomato,
Yeah.
tomato.
Raf, current goal is to ruck 3.72 mile loop course out and back with a 20 to 25 load 7 times a
God.
week until December.
Why? Why is it always like a thing with you? Like, it's so much.
Weightlifting every other day using Strong Lifts 5x5 beginner program. Okay. One more. Lisa Knits and Trains says, so I've decided to do something crazy. I'm running on Thanksgiving Day to raise money for my charity, WWARF. I agreed to run as far as people sponsor me, up to a 50K.
Oh.
Have I ever run that far before? No. Am I trained?
Look, just do it.
Am I trained and ready for this? Also, no. I may die, but at least it's for a good cause.
There you
To
go.
add to this, people who sponsor 5K get to choose what I wear for that 5K. So who
Oh.
knows what I will be wearing?
Oh my gosh. Nothing like making your first really long 50K harder by having to choose your
Yeah. I might have to go over to her page and see what I can sponsor there for her. Because, yeah, that's fun.
That is really fun.
That's ambitious. I like it.
Best of luck. I don't know if we're becoming a bad influence and influencing some of this or what is happening. Like,
we warn people not to listen to our
That's
advice
fair. We do.
or whatever we have to say.
This is true. This is true.
So those goal getters were amazing. Thank you all.
yeah,
Mhm.
thanks. And Angie, I know we didn't really stop on Angie, but the training is hard and the weekday runs
I agree.
Yeah.
are
Okay.
hard. But
You do
I
your
just wanted
best,
to call it back because
Don't.
they just posted Winter on Facebook standing up and being adorable. So we've got a future runner taking her first steps as we speak
No.
while we're recording.
I want to.
We have some cleanup from
Yeah,
last
I
week.
want to
Yeah.
say thank you for the. I mean, we've never had so much feedback from an episode, whether it be a Instagram message to me personally on our page. Just we got a lot of feedback. The people that I didn't know actually listened to this podcast from like my personal life that messaged me, and we got a lot of thank yous for doing such an emotional episode. And I really just want to say thank you again to all of you listeners, because an episode like that doesn't happen without all of your feedback and all of your emotion.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I did get a couple messages that we missed last week. So I just wanted to clean those up real quick if you want to read them.
Sure. We have looks like walking. The only thing keeping me going right now is the weight training. I'm able to do it. It's the weight training I'm able to do in a boot. I'm hoping it'll help me be stronger in some of my weak areas like hips for when I'm finally allowed to start easing back into running. Because she's coming back from an injury, I believe.
She's in a boot also.
Yeah.
Oh, it says right there when I'm able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in their boots.
Yeah.
Just remember it's it sucks, but it's temporary, and I'm proud of the weight training.
Yeah, exactly. You find something to keep you
It'll make you
motivated.
come back stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the one thing after recording last week's episode was perspective. Because when you're in it, you feel like this is the worst thing that could possibly happen. And you just hear how everyone else goes through, something similar at some point in time. And sometimes it's worse and sometimes it's easier. But we're all just moving forward. So
yeah. And I got a message from Tutus and Training, I think is her screen name, last night, asking, how because she's injured right now, how biking and yoga and all that kind of stuff has helped me. So we kind of chatted about it. So I do love that, having kind of been open and talking about my feelings and my injury and how hard it's been. I love that part of this community, that like it makes someone feel like they can ask that question without feeling like, they're being a burden on somebody, because that's sort of the point. Is we wanted to make people feel like it's okay to talk about your challenges and what other people are doing in order to stay motivated.
Yeah. And it's not going to look the same on everybody, and that's totally okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Runcation dreaming. I find it ironic that running attracts type A hardworking perfectionist people, and that those tendencies, which often help us be successful at work, can completely destroy our bodies. This is true.
It's true.
As much as I'd love to just do more and get instant results, that's not how this works. That is why I love running and can imagine years of striving and enjoying the sport. And that's also why I've overtrained myself into injury. It's a fine line. It's listening to my body, mind, spirit, and resting when I need to rest. That's really the biggest lesson I've learned and continue to learn. Not overdoing it and gently pushing. Yeah, resting's hard because it is, like, for some people, that's a mental challenge. Whether it's like when you're first starting out and you're like, God, if I take a rest day, am I ever going to get back and do it again? Before it like becomes like a real habit. You're like, oh, if I take a week off, will I ever start again? Because I didn't do it before, So it's a mental game.
Yeah, and those rest days are important. And then just listening, like exactly what she said, listen to your body. And if you start feeling something, take the time that you need before.
Yeah.
Before
I was
it gets
talking
worse.
with Amy Chase today a little bit, and we were just saying, like, there's that fine line between pushing yourself and like the rest that you need, like, and mentally learning where that line sort of is, because like you want to push your body forward if it can do it, but you also don't want to push it to the point of injury. So like, where's that line when you know when you need either whether
Yep.
it's mental or physical, whether you're starting to burn out and you need to pull back a little so that you don't burn out mentally, and then the physical part of it is, oh, I feel this tweak in my foot. Is it just something that I should push through? And
Yep.
because it's probably just in my head, or it's just me mentally being like, I have this feeling in my foot, or is
Yeah.
it like really something that I should stop?
Yeah. It's
Like,
hard to
that
tell.
fine line is hard to tell now.
Yep. And no matter how careful you are, sorry, Michael, but like just shit happens. Like I tore my ACL. I was 100% fine. Well, almost fine, but I had torn it in May. And then I started kind of getting back to running in fallish. And then November hit and I stepped off a bar stool wrong and like jacked up my ankle for no reason. Can't even remember how I did it. I was in a boot for 6 weeks. And then couldn't run again until like the spring, really. Nicole, the day after I did that, was doing something in her garage and stepped off, I don't know, an inch, maybe a half-inch lip, and tweaked her ankle and was in a boot all the way up until I think past Christmas, because she did the Celtic solstice race in a boot, the 5-miler.
Yeah.
And, there's
a lot of injuries.
It
some
happens.
of them are running and some of them aren't.
Yeah.
We saw our friend Donna, like she was just like at Phantasmic and stepped wrong off of a like step or something. And like she messed up her foot. Like, so now she's in a boot herself. Like, and she can't, she can't even put weight bearing on it right now. Like, so it can be running or not running related.
Yeah, like
so, I mean,
like no matter how carefully, like listening to your body
random,
and all that, like it can be totally random. So you just have to let life come to you. And it is funny how when you are going through it, it's definitely difficult and it's definitely mentally challenging. And I know when I was injured, I don't know, I had a really tough time with it. And then now looking back, I'm like, God, I wish I could have that, like, 6 weeks where I didn't run back. Like, I should have just taken it and enjoyed it. And because now I'm like, oh, God. Because now, it's starting to feel like work again. And it feels like work until you can't do it. And then that's all you want to do. And you don't even think about it. Because I was out, oh, God, for I don't know, maybe 6 months or so. And
oh, wow.
Yeah. Didn't really do much other than the elliptical when I tore my ACL.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we didn't want to get too far down this rabbit hole again. I just wanted to take one, I wanted to clean up those couple that we missed. And two, I just wanted to say thank you because we loved to hear from you guys, all the feedback. And I don't know, a lot of people thanked us for doing the episode. So if there's anything else that you guys want to hear us talk about, always, send us topics because we're always willing to have some of these hard conversations. If there's something else people want, we didn't realize what a response we'd get from something like this. So if there's something else you guys have been thinking about or something you guys are feeling, let us know. Send us a message. Email us at willrunforpodcast@gmail.com.
Could do that. Yeah.
Somebody will find it.
Send us a message on it in the Facebook group. If you guys want to even start your own conversations in the Facebook group about some of these things, there's so much community that you'll find, and the amount of people that will rally around you in this community is amazing. So that's all I've got. How's everyone's training going since everyone else is running?
No, you're running again.
Well, sort of.
Yeah. Do you
I
want to
hear
about?
Okay. You want me to go first? I feel like I've been talking a lot. I mean, I'm real brief anyway.
Really?
well, for this segment,
I just meant in general. Sorry. I was
yeah.
thinking-
Whatever. Yes, I started running last Wednesday. I did a 1 minute walk, 1 minute run, 4 minute walk
Mhm.
for about 30 minutes total. So I think I repeated it 5 or 6 times.
Nice.
It felt okay. I had like some phantom pain. I'm pretty sure it was phantom. I did some one leg hops and it was fine.
Mm.
I don't know. I have like this feeling constantly of like, oh, is that a pain? Oh, is that a pain?
Yeah.
And then it's like not really a pain. It's probably just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Um,
it's stuff that probably hasn't been used in a while, so it's like,
That too,
I'm
yeah.
waking up again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I did it again Saturday and I switched to 1 and 3 and that was fine. Again, for only 30 minutes. That was 27 minutes, I think. And then yesterday I did a 1 and 2 and I'm going to stay at a 1-2 for probably the next 2, maybe 3 runs. Just to not overdo it.
To feel it, yeah.
So again, for 30 minutes, I think it was yesterday was exactly 30 minutes. So it's about 2 miles. I'm up to about 2 miles.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'll do that for, I don't know, at least another week and a half, I guess, 3 runs, and then maybe stay with a 1-2 and just do it for like 45 minutes. I don't want to push. So
Yeah, just take it easy. No reason
We'll
to
see.
push. Yeah. You got all winter.
Yeah, you've got all winter, and yeah, you can just decide what you want to do and what you don't want to do. I know you already said you're not doing the full marathon, but
Yeah.
if you wanted to do anything for the half or not do the half, like that's totally up to
I think
you
I'm
and how you're feeling in that moment.
still feeling like I'm going to play it all by ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're registered with that. You know, just
Yeah,
play
I mean,
it by ear
it doesn't
that
matter.
day.
Pick up all my bibs and my shirts and then decide what I'm going to
Figure
do
it out
later.
that day, yeah.
I don't know. We'll
'Cause
see.
that's what, about 2 months?
Yeah.
A little less. I mean, we're at
yeah.
the 16th already, so
Yeah. Month
like
and a half.
6 weeks, I think I have.
7 weeks, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it might be pushing it for a half, considering I have no base.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And you don't
also I
wanna-
walk, and I do have fitness from. I will say that
And you do the Peloton. Yeah.
the fitness from the bike, I wasn't sure how that would translate, and I'm still not even 100% sure because I'm only running for like 1 minute segments.
Mhm.
But I don't really feel super out of breath, and my heart rate hasn't been getting too high. So I do.
Mhm.
I mean, I've been running slow. I'm only running like 12ish when I am running. So I mean, yesterday I sort of tested it and hit the treadmill up to like a 5.4 for my last 2 segments. So I mean, that's the nice thing about the treadmill though too, is that like it's super steady.
Yeah.
So like I'm just I'm just setting it for like 5.2, 5.1, 5.2, like going kind of up. So I'm like never overworking. I know what I'm doing. Like out on the road, like you have the tendency to like go a little too fast, go a little too slow, go like so with the treadmill, I feel like that's at least keeping me consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and it's kept like you said, your fitness level up a little bit more. I found that when I was coming back that I didn't even go straight into running, I don't think, because it took me a long time to get cleared to run or walk at all, kind of like you.
Yeah.
But I was doing the elliptical, not the bike.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, like a different type of motion, but I had to do it forwards and backwards.
Okay.
So like part of my recovery was I did like a couple of minutes forward and then a couple minutes backwards to get that like the different motion and getting the leg working. And I think from when I did when did I tear it? May, right?
When was the
Tough
Royal
Mudder.
Wedding?
No, yeah, the Royal Wedding, Tough Mudder. The first race I did back was Cincinnati Flying Pig.
Oh God.
So
that was 2019 Flying Pig.
Yeah, so like the first, and I was running because I actually trained for Flying Pig, but I don't think I was running during the weekdays. I think I did elliptical 2 days a week or 3 days a week and just ran on Saturdays.
Yeah.
is kind of what I was.
Yeah, I mean,
I was doing.
I'm keeping the Peloton up. So
Yeah.
I've already done. I think I've actually already done 3 rides this week. I think I rode Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then because yesterday I rode in the morning and then ran in the afternoon. I'll take tomorrow off completely.
Yeah,
and then I'll ride again on Friday, and then run again on probably Saturday.
Yeah. So I think I mean, our injuries were totally different, but I feel like keeping that different type of workout helped and not made it so I don't know.
That's why I want
everything hurts and I'm dying. It kind of eased me back into it where I didn't want to run. I was like, I don't want to. I remember being so scared to run, and this helped. It even for a long time, I was still doing the elliptical for certain things when I should have probably been running, which is why I think my speed wasn't getting back to where it was for a long time.
Forward
My
is
training's
emotion.
going awesome.
Hanging in.
I mean, we're definitely getting the long runs in on the weekend.
I mean, you now have gotten the longest distance you've ever done
Yep.
in your life, right? So each week at this point's a milestone.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the 20-miler in 2 weeks because mentally that'll do wonders
It's a hurdle.
for me.
Yeah. It's a nice hurdle to get over.
That's why they
Like, I
say
don't-
you don't have to do a 20-miler in training, and I do believe that. But for most people, the 20 or 22-miler kind of
Mentally,
settles their
yeah.
mental. So I absolutely
Yeah.
agree, especially on your first marathon, that you should run that 20-miler.
They say you don't have to run 20 miles.
No.
I've always heard you don't have to run 22 or
No, the
24.
Hansen method is completely based on the longest you ever run is 16 miles.
What?
But you run it back to back, so you'll run you run a lot of back to back. So you'll run a 10-miler and a 16-miler because the idea is to run on fatigued legs. So you're still simulating fatigued legs without overexerting your muscles by making them go to the 20. So your recovery is different. So it's all about fast twitch versus slow twitch muscles in that philosophy. So when I did my first marathon, I'd actually never run past 16 miles.
Yeah. I will say it's probably better if you're more experienced.
Agreed.
But
I wouldn't recommend that method.
yeah.
I did it, and I don't recommend it for first-time marathoners.
Yeah, because there's mental hurdles you got to get
Absolutely.
past. Yeah.
I always say that for me, I should have I wish I had done that 20-mile for my mental, but I had picked
That
this
is wild.
method.
I think I
And
did a couple 20s before I did
And
my
I
first.
I very much believe in the philosophy that you don't need to run 20-milers during marathon training if you do it correctly. But I would never say that to a first-time marathoner.
No. Yeah, I agree.
Look at Diana's face.
That's so wild to me.
Yeah. I mean, but you run 50 miles in the week.
Yeah, you're still doing
it's
a
a high
lot.
mileage run plan, but you're doing an 8, 10, 16.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still doing 40 miles during that week.
I feel that's a recipe for DNF.
No,
No,
it works.
it's actually
I feel like you put that into a soup and it comes out of DNF.
No,
No,
even
it's
a lot of ultra training now is lower mileage.
Yeah.
Higher, still high mileage during the week, but all
Yeah. And the book is very interesting. I'm super that's the super sciencey stuff that I'm into about the fast switch. It's the whole power zone thing on Peloton too. Getting your musculoskeletal system.
But for the first one, definitely getting 1 or 2 20s under your belt is a huge mental hurdle to make you feel like, okay, I've been here.
Huge.
I can do it.
And I can even see people who do the 22, 23 miler for their mental health.
Yep. Yeah, you want to know that you can get it done. I get that.
And Tom, I have no doubt you're going to get it done.
So that's how I'm doing. We're just in it.
You have a 9-miler tomorrow, right?
9 miles tomorrow morning.
On a Thursday.
On a Thursday
My
morning.
God.
On a work day.
Wow.
But it is what it is.
And it's going to be freezing tomorrow morning.
It It is what it is. I'm gonna wear
BRFs, he's
my-
coming for you for real now.
I'm going to wear my Will Run for buff
Oh.
so I can sweat into it and then have it freeze to my face. But, Yeah, like, I don't know. Every weekend we got the long runs, and then I'm not the greatest at the midweek runs. Like, I'll get my cumulative mileage, but there's still like a little bit of that dog walk that I apply to it. And I don't
Time
know.
on feet, man. Time
Yeah.
on
I know.
feet.
No, I get it. But it's not pure.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
But like I also don't care. Like honestly,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this is such a full-time job. It's ridiculous.
those midweek
Yeah.
ones, I would like if you're missing a little bit of them, I wouldn't like worry too much. You're getting your big ones in, and that's
there's also life that happens,
gotta
right?
live,
So
yeah.
like, sometimes stuff happens, and missing one run, missing 3 miles out of a 9 miler in your midweek run is not going to derail your training. That
Yeah.
is an important lesson across the board for all people running their first marathons.
and you don't need to make it up or
There's
whatever.
that took me a very long time to learn that lesson because I was a slave to those training plans for a long time. And you do not need to make up those miles. Do not feel like you're like, oh, I missed 2 miles here. I'll just tack them on there. Don't do it.
That being said, I don't want it to be mile 23 of that marathon, and I want to lay down in the middle of the street and think, why didn't you put in the extra time?
No.
Yeah, but you're
3
gonna feel
months
like
ago.
that regardless, so it
Honestly,
doesn't matter.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not
Like-
that 2 miles that you took off that
Isn't-
9 miler
isn't the
is not
reason.
why you're feeling
It
like
might be.
that.
It
I
might be.
promise you.
We'll see.
I
Hey,
promise you.
You say that, but I think it is cumulative. That
If you do
I
it,
do feel like it makes a difference because that's what I did last time.
yeah, but you did
and
it
I felt
regularly.
like garbage.
Okay. Here's to be fair, you did it for every week. You were like, I don't need to do that long run. I'm talking like, okay, Tom's been doing really good. And this one week, he's like, I can't make this happen this week. I'm talking about like, don't
That's
throw away the
not
whole
what's
training
happening,
plan.
though.
Yeah, but it's also not exactly what's not happening.
And I did all my long weekend runs. But it was on the weekdays where it would be 7 or 8, and I would always do 4 ish.
Yeah, no, see that's cumulative though.
and I would do.
I agree. That's
It
cumulative.
was at least one of the runs every week. I was way less than what I should have done, and then. Yeah, it just wasn't as consistent. And so I keep telling Tom that I'm slightly worried because of how bad I felt.
Yeah, consistency is definitely a key.
No, you're right.
for
You're
sure.
right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I would say consistency is key, but also don't discount those dog walks that you do.
Yeah.
I do think that, if you're doing a 9 miler and then you're still walking your dog 2 more miles, I mean, that's more than even you need to and or should be doing. Don't also forget rest is also important. Rest
Yeah.
is
That-
almost as
that is
important as
true.
the actual runs themselves, and proper recovery is
Mhm.
almost as important as the actual runs themselves.
But if you have to do 7 miles and you count it as I walked the dog 2 miles in the morning and 2 miles in the evening,
Yeah, it's probably
That's
not
what
as-
it's been.
That's a
Yeah.
little different.
Yeah,
It has not been that way all the time.
yeah.
yeah, it's just finding a balance because you can't. Yeah, there's no way to get all of it in every time. It's just
No,
yeah,
it's too
Just
hard.
finding
It's
the
too hard to get
balance,
all of
yeah.
it in every time.
But it is important. Like, and time on your feet is important, but running is important.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not
Like-
saying it's not. I'm just saying
I'm
don't discount.
not saying you're saying that, but
Yeah.
like tomorrow I want to do the 9 regardless of any kind of dog walks.
Yeah, there
That
you go.
it's still going to happen,
Hmm.
right? But like
Yeah. So like last week when I had to run 8, I got the dog, we walked 2 miles, and then I immediately like I got dressed for my run, walked the
Mhm.
dog 2 miles, came home, dropped him off, and then immediately went out and did 6.
Yeah, as all part of like a warm up, and then go do your run kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, did the actual run. So I think like the more of that, the better.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to make my Peloton goal for the year.
What was your Peloton goal?
It's like 500 rides.
Oh. Well, I mean,
I'm
how
at
are you supposed
300,
to do
but
that
like,
once you...
I
Yeah,
haven't
I mean-
sat on that bike in a while.
Time
Yeah,
wise, I mean,
time-wise, I
yeah.
mean, even now for
Yeah.
me, when I'm thinking about fitting in runs, like right now, I'm doing all 30-minute rides back again because I started adding running in, and I'm like, well, I don't want to overdo it by doing like a 60-minute ride and then want to run like the next day when I'm like my legs still aren't quite used to
Right.
that yet. So yeah, I mean, you're that's just too much trying to fit that into dopey training.
Yeah. Yeah, and on Wednesdays, we're supposed to be doing cross training, and I had originally thought all my cross training would be Pelotoning, but it's either been some type of like strength train on the Peloton, or it's been walking, is what a lot of it has
Yeah.
been. So walking like 2 or 3 miles on
just to get
Wednesdays.
something in and
Mhm.
recover and
Yeah, because our training plan is like cross train / walk on Wednesday. So that's typically what we've been doing. And I don't know why. I haven't been on that bike. When was the last time I was on the bike? Like 2 months ago, I feel like. It's since dopey training. I haven't been on the bike, I don't think. I'm excited to get back on. I'm excited for like
post dopey.
post dopey so I can get back on the bike and
Oof.
so I can do Orange Theory. I don't know how I was doing
That
it.
butt's
I
gonna
guess
hurt.
it's gonna hurt really bad. But I was going to Orange Theory and then coming home and then doing like a 20-minute ride on the bike.
Yeah. I actually, part of the reason why I want to keep riding is because I'm afraid my butt will start to hurt too much again if I take too much time off.
Yeah. And it hurts
I worked
really
real
bad.
hard to get my butt in a perfect place for this bike.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
This could take a turn.
The other thing about training and something that I've observed with Tom that I'm so proud of is how kind of I can see him mentally getting stronger with the training plan and how it's working. So we had to do 14, 16, and 14. And you were kind of struggling for the last like mile or so of each of like the 14 and the 16. But then when we did this last 14, I said it to you, I think the night before, like in the car on the way to where we were meeting, and like before we started running, I was like, hey, this is the 3rd time you've run 14 miles. So like you don't have to worry about it. And you were totally fine.
Yeah.
Like, because usually when I say Tom has a breakdown when we run, it's just you can tell he gets kind of quiet. He gets kind of in his head. He starts like slowing down more than having like the kind of meltdown I would have.
I'm like little microaggressive comments.
Yeah, he gets like real snippy. And he wasn't like that, at all. So I just like see you kind of little by little getting stronger and stronger and more confident.
I will say that first 20 miler, I'm going to be a complete. I apologize, Michael. I anticipate it, but I'm not scared of it. And I think that's one of the biggest things is like when you're not scared of these distances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so funny. Like I said, he's been talking about Thanksgiving week since I put this on his calendar at like
God.
the beginning of last year, that he's been dreading this week, and now it's next week. And you're like, oh, it's fine.
When's the simulated dopey weekend?
We don't do one.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you
Yeah.
were doing one or not. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not in our plan.
Yeah,
don't
some
think it
people
is.
do them and some people don't. But you're still doing but you guys,
Yeah,
even though
you're
you're
pretty
technically
close.
not doing a dopey sim, you are doing like 2 back-to-backs, right? Like a lot of your runs, like a Saturday, Sunday, you have like an 8-miler and then a lot like a 16-miler or a 16-miler and an 8-miler. Like that.
Yeah.
That is a dopey sim. People just don't. For some reason, there's just like this in the Jeff Galloway, it's called Dopey Sim, and they put the
Yeah.
2 miler, the 5 miler, like stacked
Whatever.
all
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
But realistically, it's the same. It's you are doing when you're doing these long back to backs. That's what you're simulating.
Yeah, our rest days are Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah.
How many 20s are there?
There's
2,
3,
right? Oh, 3.
but
Okay.
we're only going to do 2 because we're in Disney for one of them.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Are you gonna run at all when you're in Disney?
I'm not. Tom says he is.
I would play it
people
by
say-
ear and
people
see
say
how
this.
how long you're on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Because the other thing you can't discount, again, it's the time on feet thing. You cannot discount how tired your legs will be from being on your feet all day in the parks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and pushing strollers and all
Oh,
of
yeah, if you're
that.
doing-
Like, I'm
yeah.
counting
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
And I can't-
honestly, if you have enough juice in your watch, I would charge it at night and then just turn it on just
See
so
what
that
you're
you
doing,
can even
yeah.
for your own mental state, Tom, see how many miles you're actually doing because you'll be surprised how many miles you do in Disney. I think the one time I did that for the full day, I mean, it was almost like 16 miles by the time the day was done.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes just look at the steps, right? Because I
Yeah.
think a mile is about 2,400 steps for me, 2,500 steps. So I'll just do that math at the end of the day and see how many,
Yeah.
how many times that divides.
And then you can't discount the standing, and then if you're pushing strollers, and
Yeah.
it'll wear you down fast. I know it's always messed me up. Like at the like a week or two after a Disney trip, I'll go out on runs and be like, why do I feel so sluggish? Like I've
Yeah.
always had that. And it took me like a couple times before I got it into my head. No, you're going to feel sluggish because you were on your feet like some idiotic amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so even the week you get back from Disney, that's something to definitely keep in mind when you guys go back out for your runs.
Yeah,
that week
mentally,
might
yeah.
be a little tougher because your legs will just be, and it's a different kind of tired from even just your
Mhm.
runs.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of Diana for like she posted on her Instagram her plan with all the green and the very, very little orange she had on there.
Yeah, I'm so proud of
for,
myself.
You
You
know,
should be.
getting out there and getting it done. I'm super proud. I'm super proud of everyone out there who's doing dopey training.
Yeah.
And getting those runs in. And
It's interesting seeing all these different plans everybody's on.
Yep.
I'm officially dopey training now.
oh god.
Officially?
No, he's not.
Officially. I am. I'm going to be consistent for the next month.
Oh, okay.
I forget. You're not doing dopey, right?
Yes,
doing
I'm
dopey.
doing dopey.
He is
Are you
doing
doing
dopey.
dopey? For some
Yeah.
reason, I thought you
All
were.
4 of us were supposed to be doing
Yeah.
dopey.
Yeah.
I
This
had
is the
time.
I
most
didn't
disappointing
think that.
part about me not doing
Yeah.
dopey is that I am now the one of the 4 not
one
doing
out.
dopey.
I had these time goals for dopey, and now I'm like inching back to them again.
Mm.
I've
Are you like
adjusted
feeling
them.
like in the zone a little bit?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how Loopy Looper goes in December.
Frosty Looper.
Frosty Looper goes in December. If I can hit like a little over 40 miles there, I want to get at least 40. If I get like 40, what would it be? 44-ish or whatever it would be.
Whew.
I don't know. However,
In 8
That's
hours?
so many
Yeah.
miles.
4. I would like to get 40 in
That's
8.
40 is
What?
so
That's
many
a tough-
miles.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough. I didn't say it wasn't.
But then you're going to kill your legs.
Hey, but I have
Oh.
a couple weeks off after that. It's like not like
Hey, is there any prize money for Disney races?
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
so.
so for the winners. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I don't know why I've never noticed this, and I know it's in most big races, but like I was looking at the Philly course,
oh,
and it just lists all the prize money for all of the
Yeah.
different groups.
yeah.
Like you get $10,000 if you win the Philly half marathon.
You get a lot of money if you win the New York Marathon.
Like you get like
That's why the
1,500 if you're the first place Philadelphian that
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
They're
that's
cool.
why a lot of like these professional runners, like a lot of it, one, they get sponsorships, and two, the prize money, like this is why it's their job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally worth pooping your pants. 100%.
Oh,
Yes.
we're back to that.
Yeah.
That's
Back
where
to
we
that.
were going with this
Look,
one.
just saying.
Michael, do you have any training updates other than you're
No.
now thinking about going fast?
I'm
for
on the treadmill. I'm feeling good on the treadmill. We'll see how long it is before I get bored of running on the treadmill.
It won't take
Yeah.
long at all.
And I currently have a little bit of motivation after. Well, it was hard before because I was going from race to race to race, so there wasn't a lot of time in between. Now I have a nice long stretch until Frosty Looper. So,
And by long, he means like right now you have like 4 weeks. Like that's not a long, like a
Yeah,
normal
well, you know.
training plan is 18 weeks.
well, I'm not. It's part of. It's just I don't know. It's just another thing to do.
I'm just saying for the concept of the average listener
Yes.
who is not you, it's a very different.
Just go from race to race to race. Look, just
be Matt Allgaier.
yeah. But no, I run in between the races.
Oh, is that
That's
what
the
you-
difference.
okay.
Come on.
True.
I actually do stuff in between the races. He'll hop into a race without doing anything. There's a difference.
I think it's funny that Mark Avis posted or commented on Diana's thing. You're supposed to train. He's doing dopey, and I am very curious what he's doing right
Oh.
now because I know the last time he did dopey, there was not a ton of training, and somehow he survived and did it faster than like half the people I know. So I mean, like I don't understand
people. I don't there. Like, and here's the thing: I did the parks for too long before. I was miserable. Honestly, my goal is not to be crying in the corral before the marathon again. That's honestly my only goal.
Same girl.
That's a good goal.
Like that's
Same.
That is a
that's
good
where I
goal.
want to be. I'm actually feeling relatively confident. What did I say, Tom? What did I say to you the other day? I was like, I think I could just run dopey in a couple weeks if I needed
did.
to.
Yeah.
See, there
Dude,
you go.
I'm saying.
You're back to confidence.
I'm so
I've
proud of
got-
her. 'Cause
yeah.
She's killing it. She's doing what she
Yeah,
needs to do.
16 felt fine. And when I say it felt fine, like my legs are really tired and I'm
Yeah,
currently
yeah.
just icing. Like, but it's like normal,
Tired.
just
Yeah.
tired soreness.
Not like hurt sore, but like
No.
tired soreness.
But like after you run a marathon and you can't walk, like it's not,
not
like
like
that.
that.
It's like just tired,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
dead
it's
legs.
Just,
Well,
it's
what I
just
think-
tired.
I think it's your full year coming together at the end is what it is. It's like you started off with all the Orange Theory and
Yeah.
and all that, and then the consistent running. So it's just everything all kind of combined. Because like that
I will-
fitness doesn't disappear, it obviously diminishes, but still.
You're 100% right. I owe where I am now and how I'm feeling now to Orange Theory. Because Tom was talking to me about the treadmill and what I do on the treadmill and how do I keep myself interested in kind of like the weird speed work. And I said, well, I just do what I did in Orange Theory.
Yeah.
Is
just follow
like
that,
what I
yeah.
do. And I said, I always end with my fastest like half mile is always my last half mile. So I don't slow down at the end. And what did I say to you, Tom? I was like, oh yeah, sometimes I'll end and I'll sprint at like a 7.58 for the last 30, 45 seconds. And Tom's like, I don't know how you'd even like have the courage to like hit it up that high. And I said, well, I didn't until I did Orange Theory
Yeah. Yeah.
for a year,
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
even like I started Orange Theory and the first day I did that. I just kind of worked myself up. So I still say I'm way faster on the treadmill than I am without the treadmill, but
I think the treadmill is what helped me get faster though outdoors.
Yeah.
Because it's super consistent and it like just
Mhm.
like I think that I got really good at pacing. Like everyone used to say that about me. Like if people would be like, I kind of want to stay at like an 11:15 or like a 12-minute or whatever. And I used to be able to pace people pretty well because I just got used to like what each of those numbers in my head felt like.
Mhm. Yeah. I also feel like I've gotten mentally stronger this year, where I used to like pitter out or give up a lot of the times, like even in races and stuff, where I'd say, oh, I can't go any further. And I would just walk out the last, even like 2 miles, or like my intervals would get really off. And I just kind of push through it now
Yeah.
more than I did. So I'm feeling a lot stronger. So even like I said, after we did 16, I was totally fine. I could have done another few miles and been fine. And it's been helpful because we've been doing some different stuff on our training runs where we'll do a certain distance and then we'll decide, oh, we're going to, grab a Starbucks or something and walk out the last 2 or something like that. So I feel like with us doing that, I always think when we get to that, we're going to walk it out point, that I could run more.
I will say that I've observed something that happens to me mentally, whereas, when you're driving and you have to go to the bathroom, and the closer you get to home, the worse it gets. Like, it becomes real dire situation when you're pulling into your spot.
Mm-hmm.
Does that happen to you? It happens to everybody, first of all.
I mean, I guess I'm not. I'm trying to figure out where you're going with this.
That's
so
how
more of a.
That's how the pain and the fatigue of running hits me. Like if
the
we
closer
were doing
you're to home, the worse you feel.
If we were doing 10 miles, if we were doing 10 miles at like mile 9, I'd start to feel it. If we were doing 16 miles, I'd start to feel that at 15 miles. So it doesn't matter the distance. I always peter out right before the end of whatever distance it is. It doesn't matter the length.
And I think that's what I used to do. And I don't know how I got over that mentally. But I'm having a great year mentally for running.
You really are.
And that never happens because I'm a whiny baby about everything. And so for me to be in an actual good headspace about this, I am shocked. Because I have not been. Like at the beginning of the year, I was not thinking I would be in this good of a headspace.
No.
Well, on that note, do we want to wrap up with something good?
Sure.
I forgot what mine was. Oh, wait, I know what mine was. Mine was decorating for Christmas before Thanksgiving.
That's one
It's
for
a hot
you,
take.
Matt. It's not a hot take anymore. I really don't. There's like very few people I know who have an issue with this now. Because I think after 2020, I think we've all just come to the agreement that whatever brings you joy is allowed, right? And like, and decorating before Thanksgiving brought a lot of people joy. And I feel like it's continued over the last few years to just be a little earlier. And I think that's great.
That is fine.
Yep.
What brings you joy?
I usually had a hard and fast rule about like the inside could be decorated before Thanksgiving, but not the outside. But our entire porch is decorated. And then I wasn't going to turn it on. And then a couple people in our neighborhood had them turned on. So I just flicked the switch and now our outdoor lights are on as well.
Because why wouldn't you turn them on?
So we're in it. I love it.
My friend
We're
Melissa
gone for 10 days in December and I want it.
Yes. My friend Melissa had pictures of her neighborhood all lit up. I love it. It's great. And yes, you're going away, which means you get less time during the actual month to enjoy it. So why wouldn't you put them up before? All these bah humbug people really were driving me nuts last week. I'm like, just why does it matter to you when people put up their Christmas stuff?
Oh, yeah. It's the 16th. I've got a Christmas sweatshirt on, and I ordered a 4-pack of Christmas compression socks.
Nice.
I'm ready.
You know what? I'm going to jump on this because my something good is all the Christmas movies we've been watching.
Ooh.
Hey.
Because Peacock finally has Hallmark. So we've been watching some quality Hallmark Christmas movies. We watched and then on Netflix we watched the Lindsay Lohan one.
Oh god,
and
it was bad.
I don't even care how bad it was. It just brings me joy that there are this many Christmas movies on for me to watch right now because it's just makes me happy.
Yeah.
So Christmas decorations, Christmas movies, Christmas music, bring it all on.
That movie was straight
bad.
2004.
Yes,
Yeah.
It was so like
It was bad in the way that it wasn't like train wrecky fun. It was just like,
no, I
guys.
think it was train wrecky fun.
It was, it
I
was
still
train
think it
wrecky
was
fun.
train wrecky fun.
It had the guy from Glee in it.
yes,
yeah, Cord Overstreet was in it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still think it was train wrecky good. I still enjoyed it enough.
It was fine. Yeah.
But
yeah,
again, like Diana said, it was like trying to be like Hallmark 2004 or
Yes.
Lifetime 2004 movies,
Yeah.
not like.
I do get what Michael is saying because there are certain ones that are so bad, they transition into this is incredible. I have to
Yes.
watch it every year.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
The Christmas Prince is such a freaking train
That's
wreck.
true.
Yes. It's
I cannot
so crazy.
wait. I
Yeah.
cannot wait to watch it again this year.
Yeah.
I will say, so I think the acting at the beginning of the Lindsay Lohan one was
It's terrible.
too much.
Pretty bad.
And
yeah.
it was too over the top. I think if they had toned down some of that a little bit, of the like Paris Hilton-esque feel of it,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
like over the top boyfriend, I think that it could like because towards the end, I felt like it was a little bit better, like with the kid and the like, the
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause it was a
mom and
little
all that
more
stuff.
like-
Like it was
yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that some of the beginning over the top was just too much for
Too
me.
over the top.
Also,
yeah.
Michael said there wasn't enough conflict. Like there needed to be bigger conflict between her and Cord.
Well, there was like no story. Like they went to a mountain, they fell off, and then she ended up there, and then they got married. Like there was nothing happened anywhere. There was no
Yeah, that's
like.
a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
I don't.
Also,
He wanted them to hate each other. No.
No,
he
I
wanted
needed
it
them to
be-
hate each
He
other
wanted it to
first
be
to
like
forget,
yes. He
yeah.
wanted
Oh,
it to
hate
be
each
like
other
the
at the
like
beginning.
they go back to the old town. They find the person that they didn't like or they had conflict with, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden they fall in love. Like
Yeah.
he needs more conflict.
We thought it was going to be overboard and that he was going to con her. Like when it first
Yes,
happened,
yes.
I was like, "Oh, he knows it's her and he's going to con her."
Well, that was
into...
my other thing. I'm like, how does he not know it's her?
Yeah, that was the other thing. All right,
she had glasses on, Michael.
Oh, yeah, that's what
fair.
Tom said to
Guys.
me.
It's fair.
fine, whatever. But it's still a Christmas a movie, and it made me happy. That's all that matters.
Fine.
That's
Fine.
my
All right,
something
I
good.
don't know if this is on Peacock, if Peacock has the new ones or not, but we watched the most unhinged Christmas movie I've ever seen in my
Oh,
life.
no.
It was called Noel Next Door.
No, I looked for this tonight, actually.
It was bonkers. I have never seen anything like this.
It's so many things.
So this guy, I'm not even going to get it. I have to describe this movie
Guys,
offline because
have
I don't
to-
even want to do it.
And I have to still find it to watch.
Oh my god.
I can't, guys.
I'm gonna watch
I
it. I'm
can't-
gonna find a way to watch it.
We'll find it. We'll
It's-
find it.
So
I can't even
so no
describe it on air.
spoilers.
All right.
No
well,
I can't
Spoilers.
describe it on air.
Even though we just
spoiled the
talked
whole.
about the entire
Lindsay
plot
Lohan
of the Lindsay Lohan
well,
movie.
I mean, 3 sentences was the whole plot of the Lindsay.
it's overboard. Like, honestly.
It's
yeah,
overboard.
yeah, pretty much. I guess I'll go next to save Tom's for last. Since mine's TV related, I'm double dipping. So we got Andor, which is the best thing Disney Plus has ever done by 1,000 miles.
Mm.
Don't at me, but it makes every other Star Wars show look like complete trash.
Andrew Weckerly, Adam.
Like they look like 4-year-olds did them compared to Andor. So everybody watch Andor's amazing. Also Supernatural. We've been rewatching
Wow.
Supernatural. I love Supernatural.
I never watched Supernatural.
First 5 seasons are so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't say beyond. I mean, it was
There
on
is
for
like
20
40
years.
seasons or something.
And
God.
by 20, I don't think I'm exaggerating.
No, I don't
much.
think you're
I
exaggerating
think it was
much.
like
yeah.
18.
Yeah. The first 5 though are very
I stopped
good.
watching it after
Yeah.
season 6.
5 was the end of the original storyline. But we're in the middle of it, and those Winchester boys, I just tell you, they're fun.
Is it me?
Sure.
All right. So my something good, and really collectively our something good. Our friend and supporter of the podcast.
Are you
Greg in
Are you
Orlando.
are you
I
adding
thought you were
me
gonna
into
say
this
friend
collection?
and lover.
I was going to say, are we adding me into this collection of our something good?
Yeah, didn't you just say everything Christmas was your something good?
Yeah, but you just added me into this collection.
No, when I said our, I mean all four of us, Erin.
Oh.
Our doesn't mean just you.
Yes, but I'm saying, why are you lumping me into this? Maybe I don't find joy in this.
Do you not support love? Do you not love love?
Maybe that's what I was trying to say.
All right, you heard it here. 3 out of the 4 of us have a something good, which is our friend Greg in Orlando, and his girlfriend Christy just got engaged, and
Yay!
that's awesome.
Mhm.
And congratulations to you
Yes.
both.
Tom's trying to get an invite to this wedding, man.
I'm just saying, I can get ordained in Florida.
Will there be a hot tub?
Well, there'll be coffee in the hot tub. Inquiring minds want to know.
No pressure, Greg. But your fiance has definitely slid into Diana's DMs.
Oh, I was texting with him. He texted me kind of a photo, and I said that I was really excited, but also jealous because I love her so much.
Yeah, don't you guys just Jane Austen?
Oh, yeah, we Jane Austen each other a lot.
Yeah. So again, congratulations, Greg and Christy. And whether or not you invite all 4 of us or just the 3 of us
That support your
that
marriage.
support your upcoming nuptials.
Stop it. Greg knows that I love him, and we've been texting regularly.
Yeah. Does his fiance know that?
Yes. As a matter of fact, she does.
All I'm saying
on a
is there's an
cruise right
awful lot
now.
of people sliding into DMs, and the only one that I care about is Run Disnerd. And then you guys gave me all kinds of crap. So don't at me. All right.
Oh God.
I like how you're congratulating Greg and thinking about Michael.
What am I
Not
not?
this Michael. Run Disney Michael.
Look. Congratulations, Greg and Christy. You both are amazing people. So I was looking up because we were talking about it's getting dark out earlier and yada yada yada, and there's a lot of darkness. And so I was looking up quotes about light and darkness. I don't know, it's just stupid, but Eleanor Roosevelt said at least this is attributed to Eleanor Roosevelt.
I thought we were going with all Ben Franklin from now on.
Nope, we moved up to Eleanor Roosevelt.
Look, Eleanor reminds us that it is better to light one small candle than to curse the darkness.
What?
I don't know.
I respectfully disagree.
Classic Eleanor. But thank you all for listening. And we appreciate you, and we will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.